How can you get someone to respect your privacy? Wow, it's so common in relationships, especially in romantic relationships, that partners spy on each other. They get into their computers and they find out their email accounts and their Facebook accounts and everything else. And you don't respect someone's privacy. Maybe you have your phone open and a text message comes up and you kind of read it, see who it's from. Well, I don't know that there's any good way to really protect a secret. If you're in a close relationship, the whole idea is that you don't have secrets, right? I've made this mistake before, to say the least, that you can protect a secret for a while, but in a relationship, in a love relationship, when you live with someone and you're close to someone, it's going to come out. And when it does, you're going to have to deal with the reality of what it is that you're trying to hide. So my advice to anyone who's asking, how can I get someone to respect my privacy, is don't have any privacy. What I mean is, be totally open about who you are, what you're doing, what you want to do, and let the person who claims to love you accept you for who you are. Because they're going to find out anyway, and you don't really want to have to hide why would you have to hide who you are? There's nothing wrong with you. There's nothing to be ashamed of. Whatever it is that is inspiring you to do something, there's a reason why you feel the inspiration. That's your life path. So this idea that someone else is going to tell you that this is okay and this isn't okay, that's for you to decide based on your own intuition and your own life experience. But what I will say is that you have to be honest, because when you keep secrets, not only will you get caught eventually, it always happens, but you feel this tremendous distance from the person who you love. And you do love that person very much, otherwise you wouldn't be in a relationship with that person. So when you keep a secret, what's happening then is you can't share the truth about who you are. Maybe you're growing in a certain direction. Maybe you had a wonderful experience, but you can't talk about it. Well, now you feel this distance. You feel even more isolated. And then therefore you feel even a greater need to expand that secret world. And then it becomes this question of, well, what's my real world and what's my secret world? You don't want to be in that situation. You're tearing yourself in two. Why? Because you're afraid of the person you're with. But if you are living with someone, getting married or having children with someone, come on, that person has to accept you for who you are. And you've got to accept him or her for who they are. Right? That's the whole idea. So just be honest. No judgment. If you love the person, then love the whole person. I know it's not the normal way to do relationships, but the truth is, most people don't do relationships with any love. They do it as a special relationship where you're trying to get something. The other person's trying to get something. And you're both trying to complete each other, even though you're both incomplete people. No. If you allow yourself to love yourself, to follow your own intuition, to live your life, you're not looking for the other person to complete you. You are complete because you're realizing your potential. And then you allow your partner to do the same thing. But the only thing is you have to be honest and totally accepting. And then, therefore, there's no real privacy issues. If they find a message, well, you've already told them about that person, or you've already told them that you are talking to girls or guys online, or you are meeting people, whatever. You don't have to share every detail, but you have to say that, yeah, of course, I am chatting with people. And I'll show you if you want to know, right? You have to be, if that's what you're doing. If you're drinking too much, well, don't hide it, Do your thing in front of your partner, be honest about it. And say, yeah, I'm not perfect. I wish I didn't do that, but I do. I don't want to hide it from you. If there's a problem, don't worry. I got it. I'll fix it. And that's the way. When you bring things into the light, into the open, then you can begin to look at it with some sanity, and you can begin to correct a problem where it exists. And you never threaten the relationship. You cause no hard feelings or resentment, or that terrible feeling of loneliness and isolation that goes with secrecy. So. It's not the normal way to do relationships, but it's the superior way to do relationships. And if you're looking for people, if you're single, and maybe looking for people who are open to those kinds of relationship models. Great place to go is the I Am by Infobeing mobile app. Get it on Google Play or App Store, download the app, and enter some statements about who you're trying to meet, the kinds of things you want to do, the kinds of person you're looking to meet, and you're going to be connected to exactly the right person who presumably also shares these values and is interested in doing conscious relationships based on real love.